everybody, so today's video is a year 6 recap video, so actually it would be quite good for anybody's in years 3, 4, 5 and 6. Today we're looking at similes, metaphors, personification and onomatopoeia and how you can use them to enhance your writing. So the first thing we'll look at is a simile. So what is a simile sentence? Two main words that identify that your sentence is a simile are the words as and like. Now, you wouldn't necessarily find both of them in the same sentence, but they are the two words that identify to you that the sentence that you are reading is describing something as something else, using the word as or the word like. So, for example, if we look at what we've got here, I would like to describe my chili, and I would like to describe it as using something to do with the fire that is beside it. Now, as you can see below, I have used the word as to create a simile. The chilies were as hot as a blazing fire. You do tend to find in a simile sentence using the word as that the word as is used twice. So as hot as a blazing fire. Now let's imagine I want to do the same thing for my new sentence now. So I'm going to describe Usain Bolt and I'm going to describe his running style as being just like this cheetah here at the side. And because I've already used the word as, my word that I'm going to focus on this time is like. In this sentence you can see, Usain Bolt ran fast like a cheetah. So I'm still describing his running style as being like something else. So Usain Bolt ran fast like a cheetah. So the other sentence that we're going to look at is a metaphor. Now, a metaphor is one children get quite confused on sometimes. They always mistaken it for a simile. So whereas a simile describes something as being like something else, in this kind of sentence, you're going to tell me that it is that other thing, even if it isn't. We're actually just going to exaggerate a lot in our sentences. I'll explain in a minute. Now, one thing that you have to remember is, when you are describing something as being like something else or being similar to something else, it has to be related to your object. So, for example, I couldn't use this sentence down here because I can't describe my fiery hot chili as being cold like an icicle, because those two things don't have anything in common. So just bear in mind when you are describing something as something else that you need to have something in common between your object and the other thing that you are describing it as being like. Here again, this makes more sense. We've got our chili and we've got our fire. So I want to describe them as being, my chili flavour, as being hot like the fire. But remember, I'm not going to describe it as being like the fire. I'm going to simply just tell you that it is the fire. So here, my sentence is, the chilies were a fiery inferno of spice. So instead of saying that they were hot and fiery like spice, or that they were hot like fire, I am physically telling you that they are fiery inferno of spice. Right, time for my favourite sentence, so personification sentences. So this is when you give the object of your sentence a human quality. So you're going to tell me that your object is doing something that a human would do, even though it can't actually do that thing. So let's have a look at this picture here. I have got a lovely daffodil, my favourite flowers in the world. Now, if we looked at this, what kind of action could we give the flower that would be something that a human would do? So we could say that they are waving in the wind, or we could say that they're dancing. Okay, so something that a human would do. We know that flowers can't actually dance or can't actually wave because that is a human quality. So what we're going to describe it as here is as, like Jojo, that the flowers are dancing. And again, we just want to up-level that sentence. They didn't just dance in the breeze, they danced merrily in the breeze. Get that adverb in there too. So this is a personification sentence because I've given my daffodil a human quality, which is the fact that it is dancing. Another favourite of mine, especially if you're writing a story for suspense, is to give rain a human quality. So if we imagine we've got this lovely image here of rain trickling down the window pane. Now, that's not personification because rain does actually trickle down the window pane. So I want to think of a human quality that I could link the idea of water dripping down something to. So I'm going to link it here to the idea of somebody crying because we've got that water droplet dripping down effect. So I'm going to say down the window pane. Again, rain can't cry, but I've likened it to something that a human does, which is to cry. So my sentence is now personification. And lastly, onomatopoeia. Now I love onomatopoeia. It's a really good word to try and teach yourself how to spell. I remember I can spell onomatopoeia because when I was in primary school, my primary teacher set a challenge that whoever could learn how to spell onomatopoeia won a bag of chocolate, and I won that competition. So onomatopoeia, like, I always remember onomatopoeia as being like comic book words. I'll describe it just like these words down here. Words like boom, zap, bam, pop. All of these words sound like the thing that they are describing. Okay, so your turn. Some of the sentences in the lists below are metaphors and some of them are similes. If they're metaphors, leave them. Just write a metaphor beside them. If they are a simile, however, can you turn them into a metaphor? So remember, similes are where you describe something using the words as or like, and a metaphor is when you are telling me that that thing is the thing you're describing it as being like. So have a go, and then when you've done, press play and we will go through the answers together. Good luck, guys. Sentences number 1 and number 3, they were already metaphors because you're not describing the tree as being like a high-rise building or the pool as being like a cube of ice. You're telling me that they physically are those things. So the tree was a high-rise building and the swimming pool was a cube of ice. So you're telling me that they are those things. You're exaggerating, which means that sentences 2, 4 and 5 are similes. So instead of saying the dog was as springy as a bouncy ball, to turn that into a metaphor, you could say the dog was a springy bouncy ball. Number 4, the painting is dainty like a feather. You would say the painting is a dainty feather because you're telling me that it is that thing. And last but not least, number 5, I ran as slow as a tortoise. So you could hear, this is one where you might have to change the order a little bit, but you could say I was a slow running tortoise. To do you to have a go at home. Now it might be that you've been given a piece of writing to do at home and you want to think about using different kinds of sentences, or it might just be that now you've looked at this video you might want to come up with some of your own. So here are some ideas for you to have a go at. So you could choose a photo that you have taken when you've been out with your friends or your family. So here in the middle is a picture of me and my friend who is also a teacher when we went to London and we went to the Disney shop because we're big kids really, and this is us sat in the golden carriage. So you could write some similes to describe how much fun that you had at the place that you've been to in your photo, in your image. Idea could be that you could write some personification sentences to describe an object or a person in your image. And last but not least, on the basis of your picture, you could create a comic book. So if you quite like drawing, this is something for you. You could create a comic sketch of the thing that you did in that day, and you're not allowed to write sentences. All you're allowed to do is describe what's going off in your storyline by using personification words. So you can go back to that slide on the video that we looked at earlier where we had some up on the screen, or you can Google some of your own, or you can just think of some words that sound exactly like the sound that they make. So well done guys, fantastic work today, and make sure you check out some of my other videos.